Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're out trying to get some blah 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 for you guys. Thought I'd speak Bigfoot language today. Blah blah blah. We don't say blah blah blah. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're out trying to get some more videos for you guys, and I brought along this rig, and I thought I'd go over it with you. This is a new custom chassis build I've been working on. It's basically, its roots is a Vanquish VS410 regular steel rail chassis, and I just thought I'd go over some of the components that I've put into it. For one, you can order this kit, and there's more pieces to it. It's just all I can hold right now, but they're for the VS410 chassis, and you can order these separate pieces from Vanquish for, I think they're $12 or $13. So I utilized those in this build. This is the rear piece here, and then obviously your servo mount here in the front. This is a bit of a Frankenstein reel. It's made up of quite a few different pieces and parts from a few different rigs. I have parts from a Mias Gold Rush, obviously the Vanquish VS410 chassis, but yeah, just a few different pieces and components, some pieces I've made myself, and anyway, just thought I'd go over it with you. So these are the Rock Pirates shock mounts that you can get from them on their website for the VS410 chassis. As I mentioned, these are just different pieces. Instead of having the entire piece with the fuel cell in the back that you get with the chassis, this just kind of lightens up the back end, so you can get rid of it. And then the same thing in the front. Instead of having the entire piece that runs to the front of the frame and comes back and then has the integrated transmission mount, the transmission mounts are separate pieces themselves that allow you to mount the transmission here, and then just use that small piece that I shared, this piece here in the front, to mount your servos. Basically your panhard mounts in the same spot, and these are made for that. So the holes are already there. You don't have to worry about drilling anything. So yeah, basically a VS410 chassis platform, and then adding little parts and pieces to it. So the transmission, at this point, well, it started out as a VFD twin, and I changed it to just sort of standard VFD, but I did reuse the gearing, or the main gears, for the time being. I actually ordered lightweight machined gears for the front, and then also I ordered the 21% overdrive gears for the rear. So I think those are supposed to be here next week. So once those get here, I'll probably change those out, because I like that 21%. It's kind of a good spot. I can still trail it, but when I get into spots like where we're at today, it does real well climbing and getting around in these steeper areas and stuff. So so yeah, so once those get here, I'll swap that out. Right now on this one, I'm using the Quick Run BL10 BL80 for an ESC, and I'm using their 1800 kV. It is a Outrunner motor, if you guys can see it in there. Since I went with straight axles on this, I went with the 1800 kV. Really good motor. I noticed that I didn't do my homework on the CSC, but I was kind of testing it out at home before I came out, and just kind of looking at how the FOC was reacting on this, and it's pretty solid. I was kind of surprised, and does really well. These are fairly reasonable, and so was the motor. I think you're into both of them for less than $100. It's the same servo I use on a lot of the other rigs. It's a Tekin T360. Just using a regular Vanquish servo horn. The links, so the string link came with these axles. These are a HD 44 axle. They are not Vanquish. These are some that I had ordered, and work really good. I have them on 2 rigs. And let's see what else here. So Vanquish, if you guys have gone to their outlet lately, then you've noticed that they have their titanium links on sale for half price through the outlet. So these front links are titanium links. So is the upper link. And then if you notice, so this is kind of an experiment that I'm going to try here. I noticed at home, I was trying to approach direct edges and watching how this performed getting up and over those edges. And it's basically a 5-inch ledge. And what I noticed was when I flipped my links around backwards, or sorry, let me start over. So I noticed when I come up for that edge, it would catch on these rear links right here. And then same thing, if I was backing down it, it would catch. Because if you notice on the front, these stick up a little more. And it would catch on this little piece right here, especially on this back side. So what I did is these are actually Mia's Gold Rush links as well. I flipped these around backwards and run them to where the high clearance is to the front. And what it does is it eliminated this spot right here. And it actually makes it to where when it catches, if you're going backwards, it catches that edge and pushes it up instead of getting caught on it like it did when I had it flipped around before. So it's kind of just a experiment that I'm going to try out and see how it works. These are the older VS410 upper rear links. I think these are Endura drive shafts. So these are the Proline tires. I think these are the Crawler TAs. Yeah, so these are the Crawler TA tires, great tires. These are the Trio wheels. So one thing that I've done on a few of these rigs that are kind of more of my crawler style rig. So the Trio wheels come with brass interlock rings or bead lock rings. So on the rear, I swapped those out for in your Vanquish kits. If you get a ready to run, they come with the I think they're Camp C's or Methods, I can't remember which, and they have a plastic inner. So I pull those off of those and put those in the rear, so my weight's in the front instead of the rear. And it works really well. They're exactly the same as far as size goes. So they bolt up just perfect and work really good. And then these little guys, these are my custom made aluminum. This is a 1/2-inch angle aluminum that I cut to fit on here, and I cut them to match this body, just to have some sliders here so my body wouldn't be caught on stuff. And you can kind of tell in the fronts here, I angled these back, and I used a file to round these off, so haven't had any problems with them getting stuck on anything. And then drilled 2 holes through the plastic on the Vanquish and mounted them through and put bolts in the top. And it's really sturdy, holds the body in place, gives it a little bit of a slider to work with. And yeah, so Ibach 90mm shocks. I've had really good luck with these. I like the way they sit. You can actually order a new spring kit from Vanquish for these that has a little bit lighter spring. These are the blue springs. And they work pretty good with this rig for the weight that it is. And yeah, like the Rock Pirates, it really gives you some options as far as mounting points for your shocks, and to kind of get it to where it'll sit where you want it to. But yeah, so this is my custom Frankenstein rig. Oh, one other thing, I ordered this front bumper off of Amazon, and originally it had a ring here with little D-rings hanging on it. So I filed those off, so I noticed when I was approaching that they would catch on things and stuff like that. So I filed them off to where it'd be round, and I reused, these are off the Mia's Gold Rush chassis as well. Used these in the front to give it, well, to mount the bumper for one and give it just some support. And then in the back, I just used a round alloy piece as well. And then I custom cut this as well in the back so that it would sit and not get caught on anything. And then this angles up so that when you put the body on, it kind of sits where it's supposed to with the body on here. So yeah, it's a cool little rig. I'm really kind of excited about it. You know, it's my own, and kind of made it up as I went along. And so we'll get it out here today and see how it does, and we'll get a video shot for you. Appreciate you guys joining me, and we'll see you in a few.